The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It is a great day in the neighborhood. How is everybody doing this morning? We are up. We are at it. We are doing our thing, baby. We're giving it a 120 all day, every day. Got some stuff to look at today. Not a ton going on as far as news wise, but definitely have some stuff to look at today, and definitely have a volatile market, right? We definitely do have a volatile market going on right now, which is good. It's good for traders like myself, and definitely good for people that are looking for great entry points into this market. A lot of stuff going on in this market, though a lot of stuff you got to be cautious of that's going on in this market as well. Not even in the market, but just worldwide, you got to be cautious of some stuff that's going on right now because it could affect the market. We got this big war between Israel and Iran that may be kicking off here. Looks like it's ramping up. So you got to be careful. And when I say be careful, I mean have some dry powder sitting on the side just in case this happens. You're able to go ahead and swoop in because it will affect the market. It will affect, what happens in the market to the downside, not to the upside. So if this thing starts to heat up a little bit, we will see that. And that's one of the things I was talking about on Monday is you have to be cautious of that because damn, I got to plug my computer in. Plug my computer in or you guys will be losing me here in a minute. But yeah, you got to be cautious of that because if you're not and it does kick off, you'll find yourself holding the freaking bag, right? So have some dry powder on the side just in case. But we'll get into a little bit of this market, see what's going on, see what's up, Junior. What's up, Junior? Good morning. We are up, brother. We are up. Seiko, what is up, my brother? What is up? Good morning, baby. We're always giving it 120. Always trying to give it 120, man. Always. Sometimes we're giving it 120. Sometimes we're giving it 160. Sometimes we're giving it 200. But we're always giving it at least 120, man. Always. So what do we got going on in this market? What are we looking at right now? The Asian markets, they closed good. They closed all in green. Be careful when you start to see green right now, though, because green is definitely recovery, but we're nowhere near where we were prior to last week. So yes, the Asian market's in green. European market looks really good this morning. Looks like they are trading very, very well. Looks like they are started to recoup a little bit. United States pre-markets, they look like they're going in green too. They look like they're gonna have a good day. Come down here, you see the stock futures. They're up after 3 days of losses. Boy, did we ever take advantage of the stock market over the past 3 days, man. Did we ever take advantage of that stock market? Sold Nvidia right around 130, came back in, swooped it up right around $99 to $100, somewhere up in there, bought a couple times. Sold Amazon right around that 100, 170, 180, $80 mark. What's up, Ken? What's up, brother? We need that bull market, Ken. We need that bull market, baby. We need that bull market. We get cash out, man. We gonna cash out. We definitely gonna cash out. Oh, what is up? Good morning, Ken, from over there. Good afternoon to you from across the pond, though. But yeah, Junior, I gotta make you a mod, man. I will. I don't think you are, but I will. Just give me some time here later on this afternoon. But the stocks, they look good, man. We sold it, like I said, we sold the video right around 130, came back in, swooped it back up right around 90, 97, 98, up to $100. What's up, Selmo Fudd? What's up, my brother? How are you? Swooped it back up right around right around that 97 to $100 price point. Bought it a couple times. Sold Amazon right up around that 180. Came back in. Started to slowly swoop it up right around the 160. I think it's got a little bit of selling pressure in it right now, so we'll see if we can get that back down to that 150 mark. Definitely bought some more Ethereum ETFs right around the $10 to $11 mark. They're up right now. Definitely bought a little bit more of the IBIT during the Bitcoin when Bitcoin went down a little bit, and you see that looks to be positive today as well. 32, it's going to come in at $32 and right around 34 cents, somewhere up in there. So definitely doing our thing over there. So let me show you guys kind of what I did during this downturn here. Told you guys right here on X that I thought that Bitcoin was going to take a big dump. So I stable coined up right here. And I started to buy back in somewhere right up in here. You can see the circles, and then somewhere right up in here, right? So what I did was I actually bought exactly what I sold, drove my cost down, got exactly what I took out of the market, put back in, plus took my profits, right? Because you got to remember, you pull this chart back on the daily, we were probably buying Bitcoin over up in here, right? All the way down through here. So definitely I took some profits, lowered my average cost, got back what I took out plus my profits. So was definitely a great move. Definitely a great move there, but you got to be on it in order to do that. I think I had like 5 to 6 buy orders in, to go ahead and pull that off. But we definitely lowered our average cost way down. So, and ultimately that's what we're trying to do, right? Right now we're trying to get that average cost down as much as we possibly can. And sometimes, like I was saying earlier, like I was saying a couple days ago, sometimes you don't need to DCA. Sometimes you can just sell out and swoop back in. Sometimes you can just sell out and swoop back in. We did the same thing with AVAX. AVAX got down to about $19, but we said sold out of it right around 20, 27, 28, sold out of it, came back and swooped it up between $19 and $20 and drove that average cost down, took some profits, and got back everything that we took out of the market. So Saquon Pelosi, you guys know about Pelosi. So that's kind of how we played that. So that's how we played that. And same thing kind of we'll get up here to see if we can get to Ethereum. Same thing with Ethereum. We sold out of Ethereum. I want to say like right up in here. We stable coined up, came back in and started buying in here. Started buying in here. We have more buy orders for today because it looks like it wants to put a red candle on the chart today. So we have a little bit more buy orders in today, but we are definitely, damn it, we're definitely back to where we were. So back to where we were plus profit. So it was a good move there. Like I said, did the same thing with AVAX, drove them costs down, drove that average cost down, plus took profits. So got to take advantage of these markets, right? Got to definitely take advantage of these markets. And sometimes when you see a market that's getting ready to drop out billions and billions of dollars, it sometimes doesn't make sense to dollar cost average. It sometimes just makes sense to reset. And that's an anomaly. That's not something that you want to do all the time. That's just something that you do from time to time, just in one of these markets. Right now, the current market cap sitting at in cryptocurrency sitting at $2.002 trillion. Definitely way down from where we were. Money starting to come back into the market. This thing was about at 1.8 something trillion last time we streamed. So money's starting to flow back in, but we're not anywhere near where we were, right? And so we got to be cautious of where we're at, kind of putting money into the market slowly and keeping a lot of dry powder on the side, because like I said, there's some external things that we got to look at. You got CPI coming out, you got a lot of stuff coming out, this week too, so that could drive the market. I think there's going to be some more selling pressure in this market because of the war, because of the CPI data, because of all of this stuff that's getting ready to come out this week. So definitely have some dry powder on the side, because there could definitely be some selling pressure. It could be a short rally. You're gonna find out this weekend. You gotta have we gotta see today, right? That's one of the things. Let me get off of this somehow. Gotta see today, right? Because yesterday was a good day, right? Yesterday, money started to flow back in, everything started to flow back up, but you have to confirm that today, right? You can't just take one day and be like, oh yeah, we're back and everything's good, right? You have to confirm this. You have to confirm what's going on, right? And you can see from this morning, Bitcoin's in a fight right now, right? Bitcoin's definitely in a fight right now. It's basically neutral on the day, right? Because this is a daily chart, so it's definitely neutral, right? So we got to see what's going to happen today. There was some good inflows into the Bitcoin ETF yesterday. There was some great inflows into the Ethereum ETF yesterday, and we got to see if that continues today. We got to see if this market rally continues today. If it doesn't continue today, expect a lot of downward pressure, because I don't believe that your CPI, I don't believe that your inflation data is going to come in here in the United States very well. I think we're in a little bit more trouble than what they're saying here in the United States, and around the world actually. And you don't have to go far to figure that out. Just go to the store. Go to the store, try to buy a house, try to buy a car. You'll understand that. I think the jobs data is going to continue to underperform. So I think I just think there's more selling pressure in the market. So, but today will tell a lot, right? And right now, Bitcoin's struggling. It's struggling to hold on to this $57,000. $57,500. You can see it. It's up on the day, right? But you can see from that chart right there, the daily. It's struggling to hang on to this 57 and a half. It's a fight. Seiko. So be cautious up to date. And this is why I'm telling you guys keep dry powder on the side, because you're going to want to take advantage of these opportunities, right? And really drive your average cost down. Don't ever be 100% in the market. So if you got $5,000 to put into the market, only put 4,000 in, have 1,000 on the side. Have 1,000 on the side for these opportunities that could come your way. Never be 100% in the market because you just don't know what's coming. You just don't know. It's going to take Iran one retaliation move away from this market going down, right? And the NATO troops are ramping up over there for that. So you got to know that. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen. There's a lot of people, a lot of innocent people getting killed on both sides of that. But I hope it doesn't happen. But if it does, you're going to see this market. You're going to see this market tank. You're going to see this market tank. September 18th. Here's the thing. You look at it right now, and we were so set on 25 basis point rate cut here in the United States in September. Now they're leaning more towards 50. The numbers are saying more towards 50. That's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because you're going to get 50 basis point rate reduction. But it's a bad thing because as they ramp that up, it's kind of an admission that you're late. You're late to the party. And by being late to the party, you increase your chances of going into a recession. Because now you're trying to catch the market instead of be in the market. You're trying to catch the market. You're trying to catch the interest rates. You're trying to catch inflation. You're trying to catch all that stuff. You're trying to catch the jobs. You're trying to save all that instead of this slow, methodical grind that was planned. Now you're trying to catch it. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Really, really interesting. Yeah, better late than never, but never late is better. You know what I mean? You look at a lot of Canada, you look at, a lot of the other European nations, they started cutting interest rates a couple months ago. So, and their inflation was worse than the United States, and they started cutting a couple months ago. So, but yeah, you look at Bitcoin, you look at Ethereum. Ethereum's struggling right now. Ethereum's struggling to hang on to this 2,500. It's up. But we looked at the chart. You can see that there's some selling pressure in there. We'll see what happens. Like this morning and today is going to be key. BNB, it's doing okay. Solana though, is making a nice move on the day, 10%. Like, and we'll get. You can look at it. Solana had a nice push up. The meme coins had a nice surge as Solana jumped 38% from Monday's lows into Tuesday. So definitely Solana is doing probably better than the rest, which shouldn't be of any surprise since they have a ton of meme coin volume coming through that blockchain. And that's going to push that volume up. And we all know when it comes to blockchains, the more volume you have, the better off you are, right? XRP's hanging in there. XRP's up to 51 cents. XRP's really, really hanging in there. Better than what even I expected it to hang in. I think it went down to 44 cents, came back up to 50 cents really quick, and is now looking at 51 cents, hanging in there really, really, really well. Yeah, it's down 20% on the week, but when you look at the market in general, where it is, XRP's really, really, really hanging in there. Tone Coin's doing okay. TRX is actually hanging in there as well. I'm doing better than what I thought. I like this project, but right here, here's where you could have made some. Here's where I think that the money is to be made. Right. I always said that AVAX was an undervalued project, right? Where it was sitting even before this happened, and then you look and you look and see it came down to $19 um, during I'm gonna call it what it is during the crash, right? And it was a crash. People can underwhelm it and say, "Oh, I didn't do this," or "I didn't do that," or I wasn't scared and all this and that. That's a bunch of crap, man. That thing when that thing fell, people should have been crapping their pants because the bottom wasn't in sight. There was no bottom in sight. So, but AVAX came down to around $19, right? So if you would have swooped in and bought AVAX at $19, this thing's a $60 crypto. So, I did my average cost right now on AVAX is right around 19 and a half, 19 and a half. So not too bad. Not too bad. We'll take it. But a lot of these cryptos, came way down. You look at even Chainlink sitting at $10 and 38 cents. This thing was $20 at one, not too long ago. And you guys know I have a couple bags of Chainlink. I had one that was sitting right around $14 on an average cost. I came in, sold that off before the market crashed, came back in, swooped in, bought this around $9 or $10. So now the average cost of that bag is probably right there. I'm probably broke even on that this morning, which is a whole hell of a lot better than where we were before. So, and I ended up with the same amount of crypto. Uh, so not too bad. Caspa, Caspa's climbing. Caspa is outperforming the whole market right now. Caspa back up to 16 cents. It is definitely outperforming the whole market. I love where Caspa is right now. Caspa's strong. It's strong. Pepe doing his thing over here. I mean, up 7.6% on the day. But the big winner is Whiff. We'll get, if it's still up and it's still winning, the big winner is Whiff. Stellar is doing okay too. It's doing okay. Sometimes having less volatility inside of your project benefits you. And we all know that Stellar was sitting there and it was just kind of trading sideways. It wasn't really moving with the market. And that actually benefited Stellar during this downturn because it stayed stable. It stayed stable right there around 8 cents. Now it's back up to 9.5. So Stellar actually, because it didn't have a lot of price volatility in it before that crash, actually Chronos, same thing. You look at Crow, we were on Crow because it didn't have a lot of volatility and it wasn't really moving. But in a time like this, it actually stayed pretty stable. It stayed pretty decent, which lets you know that people probably have a crap ton of that Chronos and everything else staked away where they just couldn't touch it. Same with Stellar. They would have sold off on it if they could have. So definitely probably have a lot staked away, or they're either upside down in it. Which either way, it benefits the project in these times, right? Because kept the price stable. Bonk up 10%, 10.6% on a day. Love Bonk, man. Bonk Pepe, Dog with Hat, Brett, I think are going to be the winners of this bull market, and they're just showing you how strong they are during these downturns. They just keep bouncing back and bouncing back and bouncing back. Floki, I think Floki's going to be huge. 15.9%. The ecosystem over there, I made short about this the other day. The ecosystem with Floki is just crazy. What they have going on over there. TokenFi, the game, the biggest play to earn game on the market right now. They just released a bot over there for the BNB chain. Floki, just the ecosystem is just crazy. So I did buy some more Floki on this dip right here, past couple days. But I think Floki is going to be going to be a big player? Will it bring you gains like like Bonk and Pepe and Dogwood Head are going to bring you? Maybe not, because Floki's been around for a little while, but definitely there's money to be made over there. Jupe, you guys know how I feel. Anytime Jupiter's under $1, I think it's a tremendous deal. I think I bought some more of this during that dip, right around the 63 cent mark, somewhere up in there. So I definitely added more Jupe. Jasmy's holding, baby. Jasmy is holding strong during this downturn. Just shows you the strength of the holders of Jasmy. 9.8% on the day, up 2.25% on the hour. Just shows you the strength of this Jasmy community. Dipped down to 1.8, a penny 8, and when it dipped down, they ate that dip up like crazy. They ate it up, man. Heat, what's going on, brother? Good morning. But yeah, they ate the Jasmy community. Everybody ate that dip up when it got down to 1.8. It did not last long. It did not last long down there at all, which is a great thing, man. People are taking advantage. Brett, sitting at 9 cents. I still think that this is probably the second best bargain right now when it comes to meme coins. The top ones. I think that Brett's probably the second best bargain at 9 cents right now. Definitely, Brett's got a lot of movement. It dropped under $1 billion. It dropped under $1 billion market cap, which not a lot of us would have thought would have happened until the market goes down and leaks like it freaking leaked. But definitely under $1 billion. If you can pick Brett up under $1 billion, probably not a lot of people would have predicted that Brett would come under $1 billion again. And here it is, it's sitting under $1 billion. Definitely in a recovery mode, though. And all of these projects are in a recovery mode. Believe you me, we can get to these charts and we can look at the green and we can look at the ups and we can look at the 24-hour positivity in them, but none of them are where they were a week ago. Quant sitting at $62, down on the hour, up on the day. Quant's a good buy here. Selmo. We can probably double up here. I did add a little bit more Quant to the bag when it got down to like the high 50s, I want to say. I added a little bit more Quant there, but Quant's still a bargain at $62. This thing likes to hover around 130, 140 is usually where it feels most comfortable. But boy, did this thing ever get hit during that downturn. It got hit good. Probably because it's more expensive than the rest. So a lot of people seen the opportunity to go ahead and bail out on that and take their profits. And but I think that people will start to come back into Quant. You'll start to see that volume start to pick back up, and Quant will probably run again. But yeah, so definitely a lot of opportunities in this market. This market is breeding opportunity right now. I call it the reset, because you can literally look at your bags and you can start to retool where you're at and where you want to be. If you don't have enough of something, right now is probably a great time to pick it up. If you were 50-50 on a project and you were broke even a little bit, if you were broke even and you thought that you were over invested in a project, now's a good time to probably go ahead and reallocate them funds. But don't take a L. Don't take a L. You know what I mean? Don't take a L. Coming over here, looking at the bubbles, and like I said, you can look at the day bubbles. A lot of these projects are going to be in the green because they got freaking hammered for 2 or 3 days. So being in the green is basically, we're just recovering right now. Like, we're just trying to recover with up 23.7%, up to $1.71. Well, no, that's 71 billion. My bad. I hate looking at this chart. up to $1.76. My bad. Up to $1.76. About $1.30 is kind of where the low was set in on WIF. So if you bought that anywhere around $1.30, you're up 40 cents per WIF, which isn't bad. It's definitely not bad. But remember, WIF was $3 to $4. So you're swooping in and you're buying this at $1.70 right now, hoping that it gets back up to $4, right? I think it will. So I bought some more. Big Watch Dude, what's up? What's up, dog? What's up, my man? Big Watch Dude is in the building. There he is. He's hitting 1800. Yeah, if the war breaks out, yeah, Ken. I'm banking. I shouldn't say this because it sounds like I'm banking on negativity, right? But I'm banking on Iran not to lay down and just take what Iraq would. I'm banking on Iran to retaliate. So, and that's gonna cause a retaliation from Israel, and that's not gonna go over well in these markets. And the only reason that I'm banking on that is because you see the NATO troops starting to gear up over there. I think the United States just sent another ship over there yesterday. So if that happens, you're gonna see an immediate dip in the market. It'll recover. You'll see an immediate dip. You'll see a quick recovery, but it will dip. So yeah, I still think that 1800 is a possibility. And I think if the CPI data here in the United States and the jobs data here in the United States doesn't come back the way that it should, it's going to spark another sell-off in the market. Well, that's the problem, Ken. That's the problem, right? Let's say Iran, and here's why you want your dry powder on the side just in case this happens. If Iran retaliates, which they will, I mean, there's a pride factor here. I mean, let's just be honest. You can't just go whacking people in another country and not expect a retaliation. If Iran retaliates, and then you have Russia and everybody else that's with Iran, and then you have the UN that's sitting over there with Israel. Now, what do you got? You have a conflict, right? You have a conflict of massive proportions, right? And it's going to negatively affect these markets. It's not going to be good. It's not there. There's no good outcome there. You know what I mean? There's no good outcome there. Cash is king. Right now, dry powder on the side, Seiko, is king. Because if this happens, you are definitely going to see a market that is going to react to that. All markets, stock market, European stock market, Japanese stock market, United States stock market, cryptocurrency market, they're all going to react to that. They'll have that initial reaction. Remember what happened when Russia and Ukraine started, right? And understand that history repeats itself. You had that initial shock of all the markets. The markets all tanked. And then they all turned around and they came back, slowly started to come back. You'll see the same thing happen here. You'll see that initial shock. You'll see that initial dump. And they'll slowly start to come back. But you are definitely going to see a shock. I got dry powder. It's not on, it's not on the side. Oh man. All right, Junior, man. You better get some dry powder on the side, man. Yeah, it's gonna drag everybody in though, Ken. Like if that it depends on what what the retaliation is, right? Like it really depends on how harsh the retaliation is. But make no doubt, and I don't usually get into a political discussion here on this channel, but I will tell you what my opinion is. My opinion is Iran Israel left Iran no choice but to react, but to retaliate. And I'm surprised that it's taken so long. They really left them no choice, right? So I mean, there's rules of engagement. There's rules to this thing, and the rules were broke. You left them no choice. They have to retaliate. So here's what we have coming in here on the hour, right? I got some baby powder. Oh man. Well, you might have a little bit of time to get to the big boy powder, right? You might have a little bit of time to get to the big boy powder. But here's the hourly bubbles, right? They don't look so hot, right? Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Yesterday, I only Big Watch. You said baby powder. That reminded me of talking about give me my baby powder, and then when you go smack somebody. I forget what movie that was, but he said, "Give my baby powder." He smacked the hell out of that person. Oh man, I forget what movie that was, but I'm over here laughing about it. But you look at the hour; it doesn't look so hot, right? And this is what I was. This is what I was talking about, right? Yesterday was a great day in the market, but you need confirmation, right? You need confirmation that the market's back, and that confirmation's got to come today. That confirmation's got to come today. And if this market continues the way that it continues, that it's looking for this hour, you're not going to get that confirmation. You're not going to get that confirmation. So, but the biggest. All right, Junior, have a good one. Have a good one, brother. The biggest confirmation that you can get obviously is another green market, but we'll see. But the wild card here in all of this is the ETFs, right? So it's the ETFs, and that was the wild card yesterday. It'll be the wild card today, right? How much how much inflows are going to come into the ETFs? Well, why is that a big deal? Well, when you get over here, you look at Morgan Stanley getting ready to offer your spot ETF to its company. I mean, to its customers. You have JP Morgan that's getting ready to offer spot ETFs to their customers. How many of their customers are actually going to start buying into the spot Bitcoin ETFs, right? Straight from the bank. Now, these are the wild cards that we can't predict, and nobody can predict what's going to happen at 9:30 this morning when the stock market officially opens, of what the inflows to the spot Bitcoin ETFs are going to be today. And make no doubt, this will happen with the Ethereum ETFs as well. You'll see these big banking institutions start to offer these to their customers. So we don't know what that inflow is going to look like, and that's the wild card. So you got two wild cards playing out here in this market right now. What are the inflows going to be with the Bitcoin ETFs today, and the Ethereum ETFs today? They had great days on the stock market yesterday, phenomenal days. The Ethereum ETF, I don't think I've seen a better day than what it had yesterday. As far as price action went, it had a great day yesterday. And then you have the war, right? The possible retaliation, let's call it, right? So you have these two wild cards that are out here at play right now that nobody can predict what's going to happen. Nobody can predict what's going to happen. So because you have the unpredictable, then you have to have dry powder on the side to react to the unpredictable. And what's the worst that's going to happen, right? You have dry powder sitting on the side, nothing happens, the ETFs start to flow, nothing happens. The market starts to turn around at 9:30, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, whatever time it is. Iran doesn't retaliate. And if they do retaliate, it's a minimum scale. So there doesn't need to be a response. And then you still have your dry powder sitting on the side and you can buy whatever the hell you want in a down market. That's the worst that can happen. But here's the worst that can happen if you don't have dry powder on the side. This market tanks and now you're upside down. Iran retaliates. It's a little bit more than what the United Nations wants. They go in, they retaliate again. The market tanks. Now all of a sudden you're upside down and everything, and you have no way out because you don't have dry powder on the side. That's not the situation you want to find yourself in. So that's why I always say never be 100% in the market. Never be 100%. Yeah, but the daily looks great. If you were just to pull this back on the day, you would say, boy, this market looks great. But when you really drill down to the week, this market got torched. This market got torched. And you drill down to the month, it doesn't look that much better, right? So right here is what we got to concentrate on. What's going to happen today, right? What's going to happen today? Do we get confirmation or not? Let's go ahead, man. Let's look and see what's going on over here in some of this DeFi world, man. We love the DeFi world. What's going on over here? We got Daddy token sitting at 77 cents. Not doing too bad, hanging in there on this nasty market. Looks like it wants to put a green candle on. Well, it's fighting to put a green candle on the chart today. These are daily charts, guys. We don't blind you with the hourlies or the 15 minutes to make everything look good for you and make you feel good. We look at the dailies. War drums. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. But yeah, so Daddy token looks like it wants to come back today. It definitely wants to come back today. We'll see what happens. See what happens with that. Toshi, I like this project. Could be doing a little bit better than what it's doing. But definitely like this project right here. 2 green candles. Green candle yesterday. Looks like it wants to put a green candle on today. So it looks like it definitely wants to come back. Definitely wants to come back. Moby had a decent day yesterday. Decent day after, because it took a nice downturn right here for about a week. But when everything else was bleeding, it looked like Moby tried to put up something here, tried to put something on the board. Sitting at just over $1 million, right now. So definitely a lot of room to the upside here. But it hung on yesterday a little bit better than it had in a couple weeks. So maybe we can get some positive price action going on in Moby. But definitely a good opportunity over there. Look at Bonk. I mean, you look at Bonk. Bonk's just strong. There's just no other way to put it. Bonk's just strong. It had these. What's this? About a week and a half here of some downturn. But you can see Bonk. I don't know, man. Bonk just doing his thing, man. And Bonk's gonna make millionaires. Bonk, Pepe, Dogwood Hat, Brett. They're gonna mint millionaires. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. And they already have. But during the bull market, they'll definitely mint a lot more. Jasmine, 2.22 cents, 225. You put Jasmine's chart up against anybody else's, over this downturn right here. And Jasmine may have outperformed probably about 80% of the market. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that Jasmine's the best project out there and that everybody needs to own it and that it's going to do all these great things. But one thing that you can't deny is that if you lay this chart over top of a lot of other charts, it's going to look a whole hell of a lot better. I can tell you that. Did it get hit? Yeah. Did it get hit as bad as everybody else? No. It hung in there, which lets you know that the holders are there. They're there for the long haul. Pepe is not doing too bad. Pepe, like Bonk, is putting together its second green day, coming off of this dump, putting together its second green day. I hope you guys bought this dump. I hope you guys bought into Pepe on this downturn, and are starting to see some profits now coming out of this. Coming out of this dump. Hope you guys bought that dip, because it was a beautiful dip to buy. Beautiful dip to buy. We talked about Brett a little bit coming out of that $1 billion market cap. I actually doubled up on my Brett during this dip right here. I actually doubled my bag, just because I didn't think that I'd see it under $1 billion again, and it being under $1 billion definitely was an opportunity to double up here. So I did, and definitely starting to see some of the benefits and the rewards of that now. It's putting together not only its second green day, but its third green day, right? It's third green day coming off of this crash. So Brett is actually performing pretty damn well right now in this market. So definitely liking where Brett is. Again, these ones that are showing their strength here, right? That all of them are going to have at least 5 to 7 red candles on them coming down through here, right? Coming down through here, that it's just the market. The market conditions are what they are during this time. But now who's bouncing back? That's the whole story right here. Is who's bouncing back. You got Turbo. It's put a big green candle on there these past 24 hours, but you notice there's only one here, right? Where everybody else were sitting, Brett and a lot of other ones were sitting on 2 and 3. So can Turbo put together another good day? Can it put together another good day? That's the question. And that's the unknown. That is definitely the unknown. So we'll see. But I like where Turbo is. I like what they have going on. Very memeable over there. Great project. Punk A. We talked about Punk A. If you guys remember, Punk A was sitting at about 60 cents. We've been talking about this thing since like 18 cents, right? Definitely was an opportunity to swoop in here on this Solana token. At it still is at 34 cents. I believe this thing's going back up to 60 cents. I think that the community is strong enough. I think that they have enough going on over there. This thing will go back up to 60 cents. If you swoop in now, you're looking at a double. You're looking at a double there on Punk A, which I think is very possible. I think it's very possible if the market turns around, given the market conditions, if it turns around and we don't see this war, we don't see all this stuff, it's definitely going to be a double up. Give the thumbs up, folks. Yeah, give the thumbs up. Give the thumbs up. Let's go. But I think Punk A is a nice move. A nice move at 30 cents, at 34 cents. That could be a good play for anybody who's looking for a double up. That could be a good play. You definitely could possibly get it there. But like I said, be careful. Be very, very cautious of this market right now. You look at Tim's. I like Tim over there on the base chain, sitting at $1.001 million. This thing's got great volume. Great volume. Price action is fluctuating up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, but it's got great volume, right? I actually bought some more of this under $1 million. I just think if you just hang on until the market turns around, it's going to be one of them ones that are still there. A lot of meme coins that have launched over the past couple months. If this market takes any more of a downturn, they may not make it. They just may not make it. Miggles, another one sitting over here at 16.6 million. Hasn't seen the recovery like everybody else over there on the base chain. Hasn't seen the recovery, hasn't seen the positive price action that a lot of the other people, a lot of the other tokens have seen. I still am a Miggles fan. I still hold my Miggles. I didn't sell any of them. I don't know. I just think that it's going to go again. It's going to go again. But so we'll hang on. We'll hang on over there and see what that does. But today's the day for confirmation, right? Even Daddy token, like when you look at it, sitting at 77 cents, that's a great buy. In my opinion is that's a great buy, right? Like you look at that and you go, okay, you're sitting at 77 cents, you're up to 770K market cap. Can you get back to $1 million? Well, yeah, you can get back to $1 million. It's pretty easy. Remember what we talked about before last week. It's about that wheel, right? The bigger your market cap is, the bigger your supply is, the more money it takes to turn that wheel. The smaller your market cap is, the smaller your supply is, the less money it takes to turn that wheel. And when you look at somebody like Daddy, right, you're looking at a market cap of 770K, which is a pretty small market cap. You're under $1 million, right? But when you look at the total supply, the circulating supply is only, total supply is, 770K. So you're about 100K in circulating supply. Very small supply. Very small supply. So when you look at that, small supply, small market cap, it's going to take very little money to turn that wheel, right? It's going to take very little money to put this back to the upside, back to $1 million, back to $1.5 million. Very, very little. But when you get over, like, you compare it to some of these bigger projects that have this massive supply in a either a smaller or huge market cap, it's going to take a lot of money to turn that wheel, and give you positive price action. That's just math. It boils down to simple math. It's people make this thing a lot harder than what it needs to be, right? Playing with these cryptocurrencies and trying to figure out where your price action is really boils down to math. You look at Moby, right? It's got a market cap of 1.1 million. It's got a circulating supply of $9.99 billion, right? It's going to take more money to turn Moby's price action than it is Daddy because of the circulating supply. So it takes more money to turn that wheel, and continually turn that wheel because of its circulating supply. There's more tokens. There's more tokens in supply that you have to turn. So it's going to take more to turn that. So it's all math. This isn't rocket science. This is pretty simple math. The more circulating supply you have, the more money it's going to take to turn your price. The bigger supply you have, the bigger market cap, it's going to take even more money to turn your price. The smaller market cap you have, the smaller supply you have, you're going to see more price action, more volatility too. You're going to see them big swings up. You're going to see them big swings down, and big swings up, then big swings down. It's just how things work. It's not that hard to figure out, right? You get over here to a project like Jasmy sitting at $1.1 billion, right? Big, not a huge market cap, but a big enough market cap that we can talk about it. And you have 49.30 billion tokens in supply, right? So you got 40.3 billion tokens in supply. A $500 buy, a $1,000 buy, a $500 sell, a $1,000 sell is not going to move this chart. You're not going to move this chart, right? $1,000 here, $1,000 there, going to have zero effect on this chart, right? you're not even gonna be a blip on the radar at that point. It just takes so much money to move it. Holy shit, what's going on over here? Ethereum's going. Ethereum's not looking too good right now. $25.38. It's up on the hour. Up on the day. Not doing too bad. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's just math, and them are the things you got to look at when you're looking at some of these projects, some of these lower market cap projects. What's the circulating supply? What's the current market cap? How much money is it going to take to turn that? And is it going to? Because reality is, Daddy's going to turn faster than Moby because of circulating supply and market cap. It's going to turn faster. Moonboy's doing good. Moonboy's got a big old. I own a large portion of this supply, so damn, I haven't checked Moonboy in a while, but I own a lot of this project. I was buying this project early. I own a big piece of that project. I probably should pay more attention. Sitting at 34.2 million. Not too bad. 34.29K. I had to check myself for a minute. I'm like, yeah, I thought I seen an M there. I was like, million? Shit, let me go ahead and retire right now and just become a full-time YouTuber. But yeah, that's thousands, not millions. But yeah, so it's going to take less money to turn Daddy than it is going to be to turn, something like Toshi or Moby. And I love Moby. I own Moby. I think that they'll turn that price. They'll turn that wheel. But if you're just looking at the pure math of it, Daddy will turn faster. Just because of the circulating supply and the market cap. So, yeah. Bonk still hanging in there. Still wants to put that green candle up there today, baby. Let's go. So, yeah. So let's see what happens today. Let's see if we get some confirmation on this market today. Let's see if this market can stay green. Bitcoin's in the red right now. Let's see if we can get some confirmation on this market, whether or not it's going to stay bullish. It's going to stay bullish or bearish. Looks to me like we're going to have a bearish market today, right? But I'm not ready to make that prediction or say that until like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Because we have them external things. We have the ETFs. We don't know what the inflows are going to be. We have this other thing going on in Iran. We don't know what the outcome of that's going to be. But more importantly, we don't know what the ETF inflows and outflows will be today. That's going to drive a lot of the market. People hate to hear that, but listen, institutional investments driving the market right now. These inflows and outflows are more important than what people give them credit for. These things are driving the market, and everything, because everything attached to Ethereum. As Ethereum inflows and outflows go, and more money comes into Ethereum, the more projects that are attached to Ethereum, the wrapped Ethereum, they're going to run or not run based on that. And Bitcoin runs the whole market. So the market goes as Bitcoin goes. So as the price of Bitcoin, either increases or decreases, so does the market. Bitcoin runs the market. It is the daddy of the whole market. The market goes as Bitcoin goes. So, we'll see what happens here. As these things start to open up and these flows start to flow in, and keep your eye on what's going on over there between Iran and Israel as well. That should play into your trading strategies. That should play into what you're going to do with how much money you're going to put into the market. You should always have that in the back of your mind, because at any moment in time, this thing could go south on you, or it could go to the moon. It could go straight up, depending on if that doesn't happen. I think that this market is primed and ready to take off, but I think that there's so many external factors that are holding it back that it may take us a little bit. It may take us a little bit to get there, but make no doubt, I think that this market in general when we can put a lot of this stuff behind us, this market's gonna boom. This market's gonna run. It's gonna run like you've never seen it run before. But we can't be blind to what's going on around us either. And I know a lot of people don't want to look at that, and they only want to look at these charts and say, oh, well, the chart says this, so I'm going to do this. But you have to look at these markets as a whole, right? You have to look at all of these markets, these crypto markets, as a global standard, right? What's going on globally will dictate what's going on in these markets. These charts, they're great. They're a tool. We got to use them. They are what they are, but they're a tool. They're one tool to predict in the market. And everything that we make here is a prediction, right? So we're predicting what's going to happen. Some people predict right. Some people predict wrong. Some people have great explanations for why they do it. Some people just throw darts at a dartboard, right? But they're only one piece of the tool. You got to look at everything. So with that, guys, we are out of here today. Your boy got to go to work. Got to make some money. One of these days, we'll be full-time YouTubers around here, and we'll be able to stream 2-3 times a day, and that'll be a great day. We are working our way there. We are definitely working our way there. But definitely pay attention to what's going on today in the markets, guys. Definitely pay attention to what's going on around the world today. Definitely pay attention to what's coming up this week as well. You got a lot of data coming out of the United States this week that could drive a lot of these markets. You have obviously, we talked ad nauseum about some of the unrest over there that's going on around the world that could drive these markets as well. So pay attention to what's up, pay attention to what's going on, and be safe, and always have some dry powder on the side to be able to take advantage of these markets. And that's what it's all about, right? It's all about taking advantage of the opportunities that are put in front of your face, right? And if you can take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of your face when they're in front of your face in these particular markets, you will be successful, right? And in a lot of that, it is about investing smart. It's about being 90% in, being 80% in, being 70% in the market at certain moments in time. I can tell you guys right now, I only have 70% of my available investing funds in the market right now. I have 30% of my funds sitting on the sidelines just in case, right? And I'll deploy them funds if the market tells me it's time to deploy them funds, right? So you let the market kind of tell you what to do, but you got to have that money on the side because you get another 20 or 30% dip in this market, man, you are going to be you're going to be buying stuff off the clearance rack from way in the back, and that it's going to suck if you don't have the money to take care of that and be able to participate in that clearance rack, right? So, be smart, invest how you want, invest how you feel comfortable, but be smart about it. And don't get yourself in the upside down situation. And make sure you were watching. Make sure we're watching what we're doing, man, out here. This is a volatile time, man. It's a volatile time. So with that, guys, we are out. We'll be back here on Friday. We'll be streaming. We'll be up. We'll be at it on Friday. Hopefully, on Friday, we're looking at a complete green market. And Bitcoin's back up to 62,000, 63,000. Ethereum sitting right around that 3,200 mark. And, everything is looking great. And everybody's jumping up and down and making some money from buying the dip. But, come Friday, we'll see. But pay attention to what happens today. Today's a big day. Do we get confirmation or do we not get confirmation? So with that, guys, we are up out of here. You guys have a great day. Now, see you guys on Friday.